Welcome guys to another community game. This time we are in the Conqueror League, in the lower Conqueror League. We're talking about Conqueror 1, 2. We have GGermoney playing as the Abbasid Dynasty against his opponent playing as the Japanese in the color red. It is 158-78. Now, this is a match that is very funny for Abbasid, because it's like you want to put the pressure early to take the Japanese out because you don't want to fight them later. But as Abbasid, you really want to go your multiple town centers. It just feels so great. And what I used to do here, and it didn't go that well, is that I went for a second town center, and then eventually he goes to castle, I go to castle, and we take it from there. No, sir. No, not anymore. I already learned that if my opponent is greedy, and by greedy I mean going for a fast castle, that's considered greedy, to be honest. You don't have any unit. I go super greedy with Abbasid. I just go 3 TC, 4 TC, I don't care. And man, life has been great. Life has been great as Abbasid recently. Just 2 TC, it's very humble. 2 TC is like against a guy who wants to kill me right away. 3, 4 TC is the way, man. And you don't know how it feels like. You have no idea. You have to try. The game just scales so fast. So fast. It's just really hard to catch up with everything that is going on when you go 4 TCs. But anyway, guys, I shared a video not so many days ago about the interview I had with Vortex. If you don't know Vortex, he's from Spain. He's a competitive player. He has been competing in AoE 4 for a while, and people like a lot his games because he's very, very proactive in the map, very aggressive, and has always this very nice micro along with his brother. So overall, very good player. One of the best in the world, obviously. And he decided to, take a break from Age of Empires 4 and went for another game. Now, I had an interview with him generally because I wanted to know, like, what kind, to know more about him, to know what about the, what he's up to and how he trains. I just find it fascinating to speak with someone like him who knows so much about the game. And overall, it's a very positive interview. It's a very interesting interview, in my opinion. Has a lot of interesting topics. Unfortunately, it's in Spanish, but it has the English subtitles, and they are accurate because I made them. I had to go line by line. And someone asked me here on YouTube, like, why I don't share this post on Reddit. And normally I don't share my own stuff. I wasn't gonna go to do that. I wasn't gonna do that. It's like, if you find an interview, that's fine. If you don't, you don't. But I stumbled across Vortex channel the other day, and he was playing, and a lot of people in the comments like, I'm glad you're back. I'm glad. I told you leave AoE 4, both English and Spanish comments, and you know what? And people were very happy about that. And you know what? I can share this in Reddit. I'm sure if some people enjoy his stream, I'm sure they will like this news. And man, Reddit is such a negative space to share anything. And now I remember why I don't want to. Like the dumbest comments ever. Like, don't get me wrong, my life is a drama-free zone. My life is a drama-free zone. But this one really upset me a lot. Good thing is, Tower Rush Enjoyer shared me a game where I just laugh the whole time. And man, it doesn't matter how you start your day, which feat you use, as long as it's dancing. Man, that's the way I like to see it. And anyway, if you want to share your community game, make sure to join the Discord and share me the details there. There are multiple ways to do that, but obviously in Discord is the easiest way, so I can keep track of the games. I plan to do this more often. I know this is kind of new to you. Like, I thought you only cast like pro players or top level gameplay. No, actually casting more community games now. I'm planning to do this more often, just because I believe everyone deserves a spot, and we have such a nice community we have created over the last year, and hopefully we can also get some really good matches, and everyone has something to offer. Looks like GGermoney gonna go for a fast castle. 1 TC Abbasid. You don't see that these days. That's what I like about these community games, is that you don't see the same strategy because it's the most optimal one. Normally with Abbasid, I believe if your opponent wants to go Castle Age, you want to go 3 TCs. Like, that greedy. And then just go Spearman to defend from the Mount Samurai. If it goes Samurai, you just go Camel Archers. You're having a good time, really. 1 TC Abbasid, when you go for the Culture Wing, it's something that I like to do against other Abbasid player. When I play in a mirror and the guy wants to go 3 TC, I just go Culture Wing. Or Military Wing, I just go Castle as soon as possible, and I send my Knights right away. Like, it is that simple. But in this case, I don't really like the fact that GGermoney is going Castle when Japan is also going Castle. Now, it looks like there is a macro issue here. And very strangely enough, Abbasid, it's gonna go Castle first. Normally Abbasid goes to Castle later, but anyway, he already has enough resources to age up. It's gonna be the Military Wing. Very, very respectable Abbasid player. No Eco Wing, no Economic Wing, no 3 TCs, no 2 TC, just pure 1 TC. Meanwhile, he did make the stable, but he didn't really actually make any units. Like, I'm not in a position to criticize, because I'm actually lower ranked than him. I mean, like, in the Diamond 2 thing, something, and he's in the Conqueror, around Conqueror 1. Usually, this resource could have been used for the food, and you could have been aging up much faster. You can build a stable later. Unless you're gonna use it right now, those resources could have been put somewhere else. And there you have these situations where the Abbasid player may potentially age up faster than you. And if you have played Abbasid, you know that it has a very, very slow age up. So your timings are not exactly the best. Looks like we're gonna have a stable coming from GGermoney. Now remember that as soon as you get to the Military Wing, you get 2 free Camels. And seeing that one is actually going for a stable, actually, he's gonna make Knights. He's already committed to that. And you're gonna fight against Camels. And Camels are gonna destroy your Knights. Like, don't get me wrong, Japanese Mount Samurai are extremely good, but a Camel, it's a Camel. They do have plenty of HP. These guys just, I don't know what they eat, but they have plenty of HP. They don't have any armor, that's for sure, but they compensate with the HP, and they do have the debuff damage applied to other cavalry units. So indeed, we're gonna see first the Bannerman, and we're gonna see the Mount Samurai coming soon. A classic from the Japanese, a classic for sure. Looks like Camel arriving here next to the villagers, one not reacting on time. Meanwhile, Mount Samurai with 24 plus 4 damage, 28 damage. Damn. Meanwhile, with the debuff, they have 24 minus 2, it means 22 damage. Look at the damage from a single Camel. Even against 2 units, it still holds up, even if he doesn't have the upgrade. Now, he can get the upgrade for the Camel Rider shields, which extra melee armor, very, very nice. Very, very nice upgrade. And with the blacksmith upgrades, it's even better. So I wouldn't be surprised if he actually goes Camels here against someone who wants to go Mount Samurai. You know, Japanese love Mount Samurai. You just go Camels. Camels do so good. So good against them. You will be surprised how good they are. Meanwhile, relics are being captured. Bot players gathering some relics. I don't know where is the priest for one. But we do know GGermoney. Is it GGermoney or GGermoney? Like, you know, money, like the thing I don't have, that thing. Meanwhile, Mount Samurai arrived to the Abbasid base and they're gonna be taking down a lot of villagers. Not enough military units to defend against these Mount Samurais. These guys are tanky. They do have a lot of range armor, a lot of HP, and the deflected armor that they have basically allows them to just to be super tanky. Camel already arrived at the right time. Meanwhile, first couple of relics going in favor of GGermoney. Well, Mount Samurai. More coming here. One. Going back to his base, sees a Wololo. Unfortunately, a wasted Wololo, meaning this Imam is gonna go down. Shinto Priest is like, if you don't mind, I can take that one. Another Mount Samurai here, guarding this relic. Meanwhile, he's building more camels. He's building the camels, and now they do have the upgrade. No upgrade yet. It is coming soon. It is coming soon. So more upgrade for the camels. We're gonna be very, very tanky against those Mount Samurais. Wololo attempt not gonna happen here. And we see Camel archers joining the party. I like this a lot. Because on Amushas, you know, Camel Rider is a light melee unit. So when you make crossbows, when you have someone who makes knights, and then you just go crossbows, it feels very good for you, right? It's like a lot of DPS coming from your side. And when someone goes camels, you feel like in a very strange situation where you don't have any counter, because they are light units. Like, you need to go archers yourself. And because these guys can run fast, most likely the archers, not the best choice. Looks like another Imam gonna die in the hands of this Mount Samurai. Not gonna be able to pick up that relic. Each player, so far, one relic for each player. And once again, Imam going down. There's a couple of Imams lost there. Meanwhile, farm transition, very strange farm transition. Considering you're paying full price and you're on 1 TC. Let's take a look at the income per minute. Meanwhile, +1 range attack coming for GGermoney. Meanwhile, Japanese having the time of their life. They have enough stone for going for a second town center. I believe this is the point in the game where they actually like to go for a second TC just to catch up. Like, they have a nice advantage with the Castle Age, and then they go for a second town center to have even more advantage with the economy. That's why you don't want to fight Japanese in the late game. In the Feudal Age, they're very weak, but in the Castle Age and up, it becomes harder and harder the longer the time goes. If you really want to find a really good Japanese player, you want to see some gameplay from him, take a look at Demu. Demu plays Japanese very interesting. Very, very interesting. In an interesting way. So, should take a look at him. Very, very defensive, but at the same time very methodical. Oh my god, these guys. Meanwhile, Camel Riders gonna go for a raid here. Managed to react on time, not gonna be losing any villager. Meanwhile, this Camel taking down the Mount Samurai. Now, it is true that they don't have the armor. And unfortunately, these guys don't have any range armor. But they do have so much HP. Even the Camel Archer has like 150. These guys have like a... You know, it's like, you don't need armor when you have a lot of HP. Like, these guys These guys are like premium units. 29 damage, armor, decent HP. Mount Samurai are just made different, especially with a Matterman there. But I want to see how these camels do against them. And looks like GGermoney is actually committing to going those camels. And Onimusha's not being able to do quite a lot of damage, but look at the camels. They will be able to actually counter all this. It's a very, very good fight for the Abbasid. Now there's another upgrade. That is the Camel Handling, which increases the move speed by 15%, which basically makes them as fast as horsemen. That is really nice, to be honest. And he needs to do the switch for... One needs to do the switch for the Yumi Ashigaru. I know it's like this trash unit, like whatever. Yumi Ashigaru will do great against this. First off, you can mass a lot of them. Second, they don't have any range armor. So you can just make like 20 archers and just one shot. Not really like one shot, but at least target firing these units. It's like GGermoney, man, making use of those camels for sure. Very, very strong unit. Very, very strong. Well, only a single relic for both players looks like. Finally, I'm gonna grab this relic. Another Mount Samurai here, just guarding. It looks like relic in another place. Hopefully he goes back from another, not from the same way he came. Not like these, man. Not like these. But man, Camel's doing work here. Camel's doing a lot of work. Now, there is a downside to having camels, is that they take too long time to train. They're a very nice unit, but... It happened again. They are a very nice unit, but they take a long time to train. So you really need military academy to train them like 33% faster. Is it 33? Yeah, 33% faster. Then things start getting a little bit better for you. But that's why you see so very little army coming from GGermoney. Is even though like he has been producing units the whole time, these units take a long time to train, and they are expensive, so you cannot have too many of them. But the good thing, he has been taking good fights, so it's starting to have a mass that is kind of scary. 16 Camel Riders is it's no joke. It's no joke for sure. Looks like second town center coming up for 1. Gonna scale things up a bit. Camel Rider taking care of the Shinto priest. Look at that LOD. I don't know what happened since I update my graphics card. Now suddenly when I go to the other side, like the textures need to be loaded. You saw that, right? You saw that. Like, it's really annoying. It's really annoying. And I believe it has to do with my graphics card. And because I have all my settings at the maximum graphics, I don't know why this is happening. But anyway. Looks like Onimusha's try to take down the camel. Not gonna happen here. Meanwhile, he went for the interesting thing is he went for the military wing, but he doesn't really need it. If you're gonna go for camels or cavalry only, military wing only helps you if you have infantry. Because bootcamp affects infantry, and composite bows affect infantry. So you might as well go to economic wing. You might get more value from it. It's like the camels will try to stop the raid coming from here. 1, having taken down 6 villagers so far, and with a second town center, he's slow but steady, getting ahead on the economy. Second town center also upgraded here. Meanwhile, the wolf gonna be working for 1. GGermoney with a scary camel army. It's only camels. Only camels, my friend. That's all you need. I love the camels. Where are you? There you go. Alright, so GGermoney doesn't have a lot of economy, but he can go Imperial. Look at his food income. He doesn't need much to go Imperial. Especially because you have the Culture Wing, you can just go for very little price. Just need a little bit of gold and that's it. And that's why I will have loved the Eco Wing. At that point, you might as well go for multiple town centers or make even an easier farm transition and you're good to go. And look at these camels are just melting everything. It looks like one doesn't know how to deal with this. And don't get me wrong, I also don't know how to deal with that. Every time I find a lot of camels, it's like, how do I beat this? Wololo. Gonna react on time. No archers, still Onamushas, not the best unit, especially because they also a cavalry unit, so they do very little damage. They do 9, and you're paying full price for these. These units are very expensive, 80 foot, 60 gold, whereas this one's cost 30 foot and 35 wood, so you need those archers. You need those archers against these camels. They don't have any range armor. You need to mass a lot of archers. Meanwhile, looks like GGermoney gonna do a switch for Horseman, and he did kill quite a lot of villagers in this raid, equalizing the villager count for both players, even though one is on second town center now. Looks like one actually went for capturing, taking down this gold vein. Look at that. It's like, this gold vein is mine, man. I didn't see when that happened. He had all the time to build this outpost, and GGermoney didn't stop it. And now it's gonna be even harder because these guys do have all of them sprinkled in placements, or you're gonna lose quite a lot of units here, to say the least. You're gonna lose quite a lot. Meanwhile, let's take a look at what is Whamp's plan. Still going for the farm transition. Gold vein, very secure here on the enemy base. Wololo attempt. Another distraction. Couple of Camel Riders gonna deal with this. Oh, looks like gold, it is an issue for GGermoney. Now the good thing is those camels don't require much gold. Camel archers don't cost any gold, and Camel Riders just cost a little bit of gold. So it's not like you have a super expensive gold army. Gold, it's gonna be mostly for upgrades and you know, a little bit of camels, but that's it. You can use all that gold for all the upgrades. Looks like these Camel archers still doing work. More villagers went down, 23 in total. Now one doesn't get behind. He killed 16 villagers so far. It's a very slow game if you think about it. If you only go one town center, things start going really slow. If your opponent goes one town center and you also go one town center, this is how things look. But well, as soon as you go like multiple town centers, it's like you're playing the game on a fast playback speed, and it's hard. It is much harder to play multiple TCs than one, just because everything scales so fast. And I like one town center games. I like them. I genuinely do. Looks like GGermoney gonna go for some stone, potentially building a keep somewhere, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's for a second town center, just to scale things up. He doesn't have enough army to actually kill the opponent, especially he doesn't have siege. But now all the sacred sites are being captured, and 3 relics gonna be giving plenty of gold to GGermoney. Looks like Camel's gonna find the army. Gonna be waiting for reuniting the whole army, but looks like finally this is a fight that won. Actually, it's very good for him, or so it seemed. It seems like every fight looks good for him, except it's done. It's not. The debuff is so massive. It's really just so massive. They just don't do much damage. And they really add up. It's a lot of damage. 20% less damage, it's a lot. It's quite a lot. And now looks like GGermoney gonna go there for another raid. You have the farms in the back, remember. Just know about it, obviously. Meanwhile, this gold remains to be uncontested by GGermoney. Looks like he's gonna give it up. Camels taking down quite a lot of units. One with a little bit of a trouble here. He doesn't have any military unit to deal against this. He's relying solely on the town center. A single Gulam joins the fight finally. An infantry unit. Trying to put some boot camp here. Town center in the front of the base. Very, very risky move. Now, how many food does one have? Let's take a look. I'm gonna change the color for a bit. 29 farms. 29. I did change the colors because the original colors were very similar to each other. So we lost that kind of... we lost the intel. Now we don't know what GGermoney has scouted. But Camels... It's just... they're very annoying, but he's also losing a lot of Camels for nothing. They're not doing much damage. And they're taking a lot of damage from that town center. Now remember, the Japanese town center obviously hits harder. It's like extra arrows leads. It's like a English town center in a way. House finally going down, slow but steady. One sprinkle at a time. And he goes for another raid and Japanese taps out. Well played by these two guys. Amazing demonstration about the Camels.